Unique selling point of Meraki is, apart from these three segments like the prepared speeches and the table topic and evaluation, we used to have management book review. So I think without management book review, we have not conducted any meeting. So somehow or other we try to bring a person and who will review this specific book, management book. Does not mean something related to HR management or any other management. It is basically a non-fiction book, so it can be a self-help book. So today when we open this invitation, immediately one person from Anantha Toastmaster Club grabbed this opportunity. He already introduced himself. Anyhow, let me give a quick intro about himself. So he is basically a developer turned product manager working in a fintech startup. So I think Anirudh will often connect with them and he will have a good time with this guest. So before this, he worked as a lead engineer and product manager at Zoho. And his interests are sports, filmmaking, self-improvement books, entrepreneurship, parenting, etc. So he is from the Walkie Talkie Club. So today he is going to review this book called Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. Please put your hands to Toastmaster Anantha Subramanian, also known as Anantha. Anantha, over to you.
Raise your hands if you have ever read a self-help book that changed your perspectives. Okay. Good morning, Toastmasters, and yes, I am Toastmaster Anantha Subramanian from Walkie Talkie Toastmasters Club. I am here to review the book Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. This book is a self-help book which can easily go into multiple bookshelves like self-development, leadership, communication, etc. This book was first published in 2014 and has now sold over 2 million copies as of now. It is written in an easy and simple language to understand. A few notes about the author. Thomas Erickson is a renowned behaviorist living in Sweden. He also is an expert in human communication. He runs a family business that provides online businesses, online classes and master classes in the topics that he writes about. Moving on to the book summary. We have all heard this saying, right? One size doesn't fit all. This book is exactly that in the context of communication. The book provides frameworks for us to identify different personalities, tailor the communication to adapt to them, and help us interact with others more efficiently in both our personal and professional lives. Moving on to the book details in itself. The author classifies people into 4 categories and also assign a color code to each of them. The colors are red, yellow, green and blue. I repeat, the colors are red, yellow, blue and green. He also defines the characteristics for each of these colors. So red is a dominant, assertive and goal-oriented person. Yellow is social, enthusiastic or your ebullient person. Green is calm and supportive person. And blue, before we move on, any guesses what blue could be?
Cool and calm.
I think he got it right. Analytical and detailed person. So before we move on, let's see whether you guys got this correct. I'll just shoot out a rapid quiz, name a few celebrities. Let's see what colors you come up with and assign to them. Let's go. First, Elon Musk.
Blue.
No. Right, bang on. Red. Cricket fans in the house. MS Dhoni.
Blue.
Yellow.
Green.
Yellow. Multiple personalities. Red. Okay. Ranveer Singh.
Yellow.
Back on. Last but not the least, Sherlock Holmes or Steve Jobs. Blue.
Blue.
Great. Give a round of applause. Excellent, excellent. One thing if you note, there is no such thing like one person has to be in one color, because life is not always binary, right? You have multiple shades of color, so it is okay for us to identify with multiple colors as well. Moving on. What I really like about this book is there are three things that stood to me. One is the aesthetically crafted book cover. So this is how the book cover looks like. Unfortunately, I don't have a hard copy, so I only have a digital copy. If you see, there is a beautiful copy with a color plane, with the colors being used inside the book in itself. And if you see, the gist of the book is excellently encapsulated in the cover in itself. Last but not the least, some brownie points for the author. He is an inclusive person, having a woman standing amongst the men. The second thing that I really love about this book is, as also Sir told, most of his books goes into the bins, right? Or he donates it. It's because the concepts doesn't really stick with the people. So the author here takes some effort to bring in practical tools like including quizzes, real life examples and case studies, so that it makes the concept stick to the readers. The third thing that I really like about this is, it not only made me understand and others' colors and my color, but I also understood that I can adapt to these colors in different contexts. So for example, if I'm going and working in a startup which is struggling for business, there is no point in me being a blue person there, that is being a very detail oriented person. What is really required is having a bias for action, being a scrappy person and failing fast so that the business can gain some initial success to boost the momentum. Turning a red or an yellow person makes more sense in that context. If there is only one thing that I felt would have been better is the book name in itself. When I called yesterday Sir Sundar Raman, he asked me, what is the book that you are going to review, Anant? I said, Surrounded by Idiots. He asked me, what? So to conclude, this book is a very good read to improve our communication. Being Toastmasters, let's apply this and up our communication game. On Monday, when you open your email boxes, please take a moment to analyze which person you are going to reply to, identify their color and try to adapt your message accordingly and see how it works and let me know. Thank you for this opportunity. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Wow. So we never thought that someone from any other external club will come at a quality